Not at I walk away. Do you know sometimes I'm an operations director at FIDA Investment Bank, and we have an open plan office. It's very interesting to watch this. I don't know if there's anybody from my office here, but imagine I open the door and I start walking, and I see guys, the screens quickly shift from Candy Crush and I don't know, Solitaire to other things, because they can feel I'm around. You know? Is that an accountable person? What are you doing when nobody's looking? Yeah, what are you doing? And then somebody who is faithful. I remember walking to my friend's home, and they live in what I consider a beautiful home in Ngumo. You know, with grass. People who live in Ngumo live in very nice houses. So these guys, I found them very peculiar, because if you have a house in Ngumo, you're just like, by the way, I mean, it's a nice house. You enjoy the space and everything. But inside this house, even I don't know what I'll say. But anyway, their house is peeling. It's black. As in, you look at the, I mean, I don't understand it. Yes, they're renting, but it's black because the roof has leaked or something. The drawers in the kitchen are warped and the paint is peeling. The question is, why? Because it's not your house? Really? And then I read the parable of the shrewd manager. Have you guys read it? Allow me to read it. It's a little long, so bear with me. Jesus told his disciples there was a rich man whose manager was accused of wasting his possessions. So he called him and asked him, "What is this I hear about you? Give an account of your management, because you cannot be manager any longer." The manager said to himself, "What shall I do now? My master is taking away my job. I'm not strong enough to dig, and I'm ashamed to beg. I know what I will do, so that when I lose my job here, people will welcome me to their houses." So he called each one of his master's debtors. He asked the first, "How much do you owe my master?" 900 gallons of olive oil, this guy replied. The manager told him, "Take your bill. Sit down quickly and make it 450. Then he asked the second, "And how much do you owe?" 1,000 bushels of wheat, he replied. He told him, Take your bill and make it 800. The master commended the dishonest manager because he had acted shrewdly, for the people of this world are more shrewd in dealing with their own kind than are the people of the light. I tell you, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourselves, so that when it is gone, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches? And if you have not been trustworthy with somebody else's property, who will give you property of your own? Let me read it in the Message version, that verse 8 and 9 only. Now here is a surprise. This is Jesus speaking. Now here is a surprise. The master praised the crooked manager. And why? Because he knew how to look after himself. Street-wise people are smarter in this regard than law-abiding citizens. They are on constant alert, looking for angles, surviving by their wits. I want you to be smart in the same way, but for what is right. Using every adversity to stimulate you to creative survival, to concentrate your attention on the bare essentials, so that you live, really live, and not complacently just get by on good behavior. So it's not being a goody two-shoes. It's about, I earn 50,000 a month. I need to put aside money for my future, not at just giving away everything and being a goody two-shoes, saying I'm in church and I'm giving everything and I've given the past. I mean, really, you need to think about yourself and your future and save money, invest it somewhere. I also need to find ways to efficiently and effectively use the money left, to stretch it to do more. For example, I have talents and I have abilities God has given me to create additional wealth. Am I stretching myself so that I can make use of these talents and abilities God has given me to create additional wealth? I also need to add significant value for my employer, not just do bare minimum. I need to work efficiently and effectively to add value to them as well. as Christians, I think this is very key, because we feel like if we're just good, we tick those things. I have tithed, I have done this, but it's not enough.